Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Merly and I grow a garden in Zone 7, Kentucky. In this video, I will show you the 3 different ways to grow sweet potato slips. The first method is very simple and needs only 4 things. First, we need the sweet potato. You can get this from a grocery store, and I would look at the organic sweet potato so that we don't risk to have a sweet potato that has been sprayed with a sprout inhibitor. Next, we're gonna need a cup or a water bottle. I'm using a water bottle and I cut it on top by the shoulder of the bottle to have a bigger opening, and then put some water in it. And I also need 3 toothpicks. Before you plant your sweet potato, make sure that you wash it good. So this one has been washed, and as you can see, most of it is still wet, and that is fine. Now, most of the sweet potatoes have the pointy tip and the bigger end on the other side. It does not really matter which one goes to the top or to the bottom in this case. So you do it like this, and then you stick the toothpicks onto the sides of your sweet potato. You just want to make sure that the toothpicks will balance the weight of the sweet potato so it will not tip over. Now, in some cases, you might need to use 4 toothpicks, and that is fine. Now, this is what the setup would look like. So you have about a third of the sweet potato dipped in the water. You can add some more water actually because there's still room. And then what will happen is that this sweet potato will start growing some roots first. Then after that, it will sprout. So here's a picture of a couple of sweet potatoes that I have grown already. After a couple of weeks, you should see some significant growth. Now, this one has been growing for 3 to 4 weeks. Another way to grow the sweet potato slips is by simply using a tray that holds water or a bowl. And what I would do is I would just wash the sweet potatoes and put them in the bowl or in the tray, and then put some water and then let it sit. I will put it in a sunny window or under a grow light setup so that the sweet potato can have some light, and then again it will grow its roots first. So as you can see, these sweet potatoes in here have been soaking in the water for about 3 weeks. And as you can see, it has grown a very good root system. And this one has 2 slips that are growing good. The third way to grow your sweet potato slips is by using a potting soil. So what I have in here is a tray that I have saved up. I have recycled this one. This came from a restaurant, and the lid has some holes on the sides. So this should provide a drainage, and then the bottom part can hold on to the water. So I'm gonna stack this plastic together, and then I'm going to put my potting mix on the top layer. So I will just line this up with the potting mix. So it should look like this. The next thing that I'm gonna do is to line up my sweet potatoes on top of the potting soil. And then I'm going to put some more potting soil on top of my sweet potatoes. Now, these sweet potatoes have been growing for 3 weeks, so that's why I already have the sprouts. I just want to demonstrate to you how to set this up, and it's really very easy. I can add another one in this spot, so I can fit 4 sweet potatoes. I'm not very concerned with the spacing, because as long as you give your sweet potatoes enough water and sunlight, it should grow. So I'm just gonna add some soil on the sides. And then I'm going to water this setup, and since the top layer has holes, then the water should drain in this bottom container. Now you can use any watering can that you have, or a bottle like this one. It does not have to be fancy, really. So make sure that you've added enough water. I did not pre-moist my potting mix, so I'm gonna need a good amount of water to be added to this one, but that is fine. You can also, you can also moisten your potting soil before you do this, and that should work as well. Just pushing it a little bit down. All right, that's actually looking good now. Okay, let's pour a little bit more water right here. They're just absorbing a lot of water, and if you put too much water, that is fine. The water will eventually evaporate, so it's not really much of a problem. Okay, because as we know, this sweet potato can grow slips whilst being soaked in the water, so there shouldn't be any problem with your sweet potato setup like this that has been added with a little bit more of water. Now, if you're not comfortable with just pouring the water right off this water jug, what you can do is to get a sprayer and then spray the top. Just enough to kind of wet the potting soil. This one makes too much noise. I hope you learned something from this video. If you got value from this video, or if you simply enjoyed watching this video, click that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching, and see you next time!